My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Slay the Spire. It's time to go with the silent. Trade away our opening relic. Grumble, grumble, grumble. I'm doing it, but I'm mad about it. Okay, Philosopher's Stone. Gain energy at the start of every turn. All enemies start with extra strength. So there's a very obvious build that this incentivizes me doing, and it's a Caltrops defense, maybe a little bit of poison powers build, effectively. I'm going to try and go hard down that line. We'll see. We'll see how it goes for us. Perfect. That said, I'm always quite glad to have the extra energy. The thing to play around, though... grumble, grumble, grumble. Not too pleased. Alright. Savior's probably going to be... Nope, not enough. Defend Savior... Actually, as it turns out, Savior almost would have been enough. Should have played them all. Even if it wouldn't have made any difference, just would have been nicer and neater. Easily done. Take out the slimes and... Oh! Can we do the build I was trying to do? Flechettes. Let's go. Alright, so the build... idea here is every card in your deck except for Flechettes is a skill. And then Flechettes is just amazing. I'm actually going to take 14 damage rather than lose 3 max HP here. Because I'm going to be better at preventing myself from taking damage than losing max HP as this goes on. Ugh, prayer wheel, not too pleased. Okay, do I have any shops soon? I have so many good paths here. I don't have any guaranteed shops, so I'm actually going to buy a bunch of potions. They're probably going to be pretty helpful against elites. Taking a lot of HP damage, except for in fights. In fights, I'm immaculate. Alright. As much as I want to smith my flechettes, I think I actually have to. That's because I'm about to go and do 2 bosses right now, and it's still my only new card. So I'm going to need some pretty powerful turns out of Flechettes to really take me through these bosses. Whew. Yeah, Flechette's not really showing off its power right now. I think I actually weaken the opponent. Because this fight is going to be going for a while. Or rather, at least for those 3 more turns. And I'm going to prevent myself from taking that damage. As well as, what if I get a potion at the end of this fight? Then... God, stop giving me all of my defense and only a single attack when I need the opposite. And if you are going to do that and give me only a single attack, please make the single attack Flechettes. Gosh. Alright. There's a good regen. Perfect, perfect. Does dodge and roll go better in this build or piercing whale? It's dodge and roll. It's definitely dodge and roll. So I'm taking a lot of defensiveness. I obviously want the footworks. Footworks is going to be pretty important for this build. I will take a regen and throw a poison because this fight is actually going to suck. The worst fight is going to be against the Sentinels. If I get the Sentinels, I kind of just have to put my head between my knees and kiss my ass goodbye. I'm going to do the draw, looking for Flechettes. Fuck off. Really? The only one you... Nah, I'm cool. Cool as a cucumber, my dude. We'll be fine. 25% chance to get fucked. Oh, yeah, perfect. Got those 2 skills to use it with. Don't I love it? If at all possible, I want to engineer it so the Gremlin Knob actually dies to the poison this turn. Yeah. So I'm not going to hit him with a neutralize, because if I end my turn and then let the opponent die in their phase, I'll actually get the 3 extra health from the regeneration. Okay. Shovel! Dodge and roll. Okay. Now we want to go to as many campfires as possible rather than bosses. I want to go to campfires earlier. So it's campfire, fight, yeah, okay. Tincture, holy crumbs. Whenever you discard a card during your turn, deal 3 damage to a random enemy for each card discarded. Is quite powerful. Malaise is always actually just nice to have in your deck, at least one of. Here, every single time the option is going to be dig. Unfortunately, the Silent doesn't have an armaments, so upgrading my deck is going to be a rough one. Because if I'm not upgrading my deck at campfires, and I'm not upgrading it through armaments, where am I upgrading it? I don't know. I'll try and keep an eye on that as we go on. It's definitely like just double defense, strike, malaise. Was toying with other options, but that was definitely the correct one. Get 1 extra loot at another campfire. Shovel might actually be overpowered. I'm more than willing to say that. As much as I love it, it might be overpowered. I think I can't take any more dodge and rolls. Otherwise, I risk my deck just becoming all dodge and rolls, and then I need to start removing them. Do I take the opportunity to upgrade? I have to. It has to be malaise. I mean, I have the opportunity to still go for another boss, and then, yeah, that's it. Or I could even, depending on how much money I get from the end of this, go to the other option that I can't remember the name of. Oh, shit. Shop. There we go. I hate that this Shets has nothing on it. I have to kill the Acid Slime, so I'm not continually weakened, though. Can we please have one hand that's just all defenses and flechettes? That's the whole point of the deck. Hey, look, the only attacker man is not a freaking flechette. All right. This is just a classic play literally everything. Set you up, and since you're staying around longer, I'll try and weaken you. All right. I've definitely got a strike next turn. Dodge and roll. Strike Survivor. Survivor is also more important as a card because of Tincture. I've got to remember that Tincture is a card that I have, a relic that I have, because Calculated Gamble just became a lot better. Survivor now protects me against all damage with the dodge and roll. Okay, cool. Good, good, good. Dodge and roll is proving as effective as I thought it was going to be. Thank you for the flechettes when I have only one. I mean, it's not like we talked about this. 7 damage, more than I wanted to take. The worst boss that I can fight at the end of this floor is going to be the... God, I can't remember its name for the life of me. It's an elemental. It's a big purple thing. Not the slime, and not the hard shell armadillo thing. Oh god, we actually have lethal. Phew. Think of the block potion. Maybe deflect. Prepared as deal 3 damage as well, I've got to remember. I'm going to take prepared. Yeah, this was the worst elite that we could come up against. Not too glad to be here. Then defend or malaise for more. So you won't actually lose the strength, but you'll be weakened for 3 turns. No, it's defend. So I actually get to prevent all incoming damage. Still going to take 3 strikes to take out any of them. And Flechettes is only going to get worse over the course of the fight. Okay, that's now 24 damage that I actually get to deal with Flechettes right now. Since that leaves a sentry on 12, that's actually really big. So I can't use it and waste 8 damage against this sentry. I'm going to be fully defended this turn anyway, with dodge and survivor, and I'm definitely playing both of those because survivor does damage and dodge roll is going to give me some block for the next turn. So I'm going to prepare, drop that. Then I actually make sure that I discard a card, otherwise I don't deal 3 damage. So now I'm 2 strikes away from killing the center line. Quite likely I get that in my next hand. There we are. And then using the neutralize against the front target, while it won't weaken them, does mean that 2 strikes now kills the front target as well. This fight's gone a lot better than I thought it was going to go. That Flechette's coming up in the right hand was huge. That was extraordinarily large. Sure, this hand pretty much plays itself. Make sure that I discard a card, so Tingsha activates. The best relic that I can actually pick up right now is not Calculated Gamble, that's a card. Is the... God, what is it even called? It's Poker Chip. Like, weighted Poker Chip or something like that. It's going to enable me to discard my whole hand at the start of every single fight, and then just deal 15 damage across random enemies. Which, you know, sounds pretty good, right? Okay, 3 strikes. 3 strikes? No. Didn't need him! Beautiful. Hey, Mango 14 max HP is actually quite large. Nightmare finally has card art. Can I take Nightmare? I have to take Nightmare. I have to take Nightmare to set up the possibility of doing some ridiculous shit. Dig. Or Chalcom's okay. Okay. Guardian isn't the worst thing I could be fighting here. I already laid out what the worst thing I could be fighting here is. Alright. Sure, drop the defenses. No need for them, but may as well. Alright, in this... is a Nightmare prepared? Yeah, a Nightmare prepare is probably going to be pretty good in this. I'm going to Energy Potion and then Malaise for 4. This is going to accept a reasonable amount of damage, but going to be able to weaken my opponent for quite a while, and the 4 lower strength is pretty damn big. Alright. Flechette's for 30 damage, so I need to do as much damage outside of that first. Oh, that said, these are dealing 3 damage each as well. But I have to discard something. Yeah, this is the most damage that I can actually get out with the Flechettes right now. There we Do I want to draw through? Sure, I don't really want that defend right now. See if we get anything we want. Yeah. Those are effectively just 3 damage nukes and a little bit of hand curation. If it was upgraded, I would be so much more pleased. Actually, I double hit here. I'm gonna take 1 damage, but the Orichalcum will actually come in clutch and give me 6 in defense. So it enables me to get 9 damage I wouldn't have otherwise for only 1 HP. Flechette's is really big. But I have to cast a defense before I use it. Alright, we're good. Now, next double attack, this is actually going to be super weak, right? 2 of 4, yikes. Not a good time to be you, bud. Roll forward is excellent. You've got your defensive and then buff this turn. Sure, Flechette's up first. Don't actually need to worry about my defensiveness. It's better to apply the weak and deal 3 damage rather than not deal 3 damage. Or rather, deal 3 damage and not apply the weak by discarding the neutralize instead. Okay, I need to do 10 damage this turn. I have 10 in hand already. It's the double prepare plus strike. So I don't need any defensiveness that isn't dodge roll, obviously. Because dodge roll is going to take entirely care of it. If I had Caltrops, this build would be so much stronger. So as soon as I can find Caltrops, I'm going to be all over that. Like, shit on Velcro. I was trying desperately to find something that wasn't as crass as shit on Velcro, but it's the only one I could think of. My sincerest apologies. Okay. Sure, we definitely weaken you first. Deal as much damage as I can do without getting any hit back. Alright, the opening of this has taken a long time. I mean, 18, near 20 minutes on the first floor. But it's gonna pay off. In a big way. Because this build, I mean, this build, it's also worth noting, could get instantly shredded next floor, and that is just encountering 3 birds, and that's it. That's the end of my game. Well played. I tried, I promise, but it's how the game goes sometimes. Outside of that, there is the possibility I just get ridiculously strong. If I get, like, bronze scales and caltrops, then those birds will kill themselves before they kill me. I need full defensiveness this turn. Nine damage taken. It's a rough one. Okay. 8. And I can get you 4 below. Beautiful. Since the opponent's no longer weakened, we're actually in positions where they might deal damage. Defend, strike, no. Yeah, the only thing I can really do is that. Damn it! I was trying to think of a way of getting Orichalcum to block almost all of that damage for me and dealing some more damage myself, but I didn't really have it available to me. Definitely double dodge roll, probably a prepare. Let's do the obvious stuff first. Throw that, use defend. See, the crummy thing is, if I don't deal enough damage next turn, I could end up entirely blocked by the armor gain the turn after, and then just not have the fight anymore. Never mind. It looks like this is going to be enough damage this turn. Yeah. All right. Literally, we just need to get through 1 HP in the next turn. And, gosh, bugger it. I think I might actually have it. There we go. I'm a survivor. I'm not going to give up. Give me... No, the ones that I wanted. I wanted adrenaline, please. Do any of these fit my build? Storm of Steel actually does. In a way that I don't like, because I'm not going to put it in my build, because then it becomes ridiculously offensive. And as much as I get, you know, I get 3 damage for every other card in my hand, but I'm incentivized by the fact that I'm playing a build that's based around defensiveness to play all of my other defensive cards first. So then I Storm of Steel to discard, what, 2 cards from my hand? So I'm dealing 6 damage via Tincture, and then I've got 2 shivs that I have to decide a target for, so I'm dealing 14 damage for 2 energy. That's actually quite low. When you upgrade it, it is 1 energy, which isn't horrible, but still not that great for my build. Actually not going to take anything here. I could Astrolabe some strikes out of my deck hardcore. Or I could Runic Pyramid and get a bunch of draw in my deck. I'm not going to have enough draw in my deck to use that. All right. It's Astrolabe. We're going to take 3 strikes out of her deck. Wish us luck. Double Phantasmal Killer and Infinite Blades. Well, I'll give you this. I didn't think that's what we were going to get. We definitely got zagged on there. All right. I'm not going to have any damage to deal with the Phantasmal, but fine. I'll try. Just using Malaise there to take away 2 of the charges of the artifact. Because I can't go through my deck and use Neutralize, 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 then Phantasmal, then hit him with the... break him off a piece of that new stuff. Then hit him with the Malaise. It's too long to actually get that effectively. Gotta be honest, I already knew where that entire turn was going from the moment I saw the hands, but still had to play around with it. We are frail against 24 incoming damage right now, which sucks. Dealing 24 damage ourselves with the flechettes, though. We're not nightmaring anything right now. We need to upgrade Nightmare before we use it as well. If I could have gotten down to 10, I would have used the explosive potion there for the saving my HP. Shame we couldn't. I think it's Phantasmal Triple Defense Shiv. And we'll just see if we get a Flechettes in this hand. 30 HP. Versus no Flechette. It's 1 in 6 to draw the Flechette. What have I got otherwise? I've got 20, I've got 26. It's got 29 with the prepared. And as long as I discard something with Survivor, 30. I'm fine. Boom. All right. Dagger Throw? I mean, it's a card draw and a discard, so it's actually 15 damage plus draw a card and discard any card from... Ugh. I don't have discard synergy on the level that I really need it to start going into a discard build. I could deflect. It's an upgraded deflect, it's worth. Sure, 70% chance to win 100. You win the bet. Beautiful. It's only a 30% chance to win otherwise. And altar. Beautiful golden idol. Get out. Now we've got the bloody idol. Whenever you gain gold, heal 5 HP. That is ridiculous. I do want to go to a shop, but do I need to guarantee that I go to it right now? I could go to it later. Oh, that's definitely where I want to go. So I haven't got a guaranteed shop later. So I'm going to go to the guaranteed shop right now. Got to make sure that I kill the mugger in the back line before the looter in the front line. That's a mistake that I keep making in this fight. I think I have to get Phantasmal Killer active. You're going to be poisoned because you're going to stick around for longer because I'm planning on killing the mugger as soon as possible. But this is going to be one of the worst fights that I can run into because my deck does not go quickly. So I'm going to use both of my potions and just hope that I can get both of them down. Flechette, Flechette, Flechette. There's my Flechettes. Okay. So that's one of you down. Completely blocked against the next one, and I have double damage for the upcoming turn. Beautiful. We need... Oh my god, if this deck could get Burst and Adrenaline, we would be in the clear. So let's just try and get those. Steal back my money. Ooh. Got 2 lots of gold there. Half of it mine, half of it the enemies. And then we got the heals for our HP as a result. Show me. Not worth? I mean, we don't big hit him at the start. We literally have 4 attacks in our deck right now. We won't be able to take a huge advantage of Bag of Marbles. Between Bloody Idol and Meat on the Bone, we might get to a point that we never need to worry. Hang on. A status will be exhausted. So I can exhaust all of the burns, and I can exhaust all of the wounds. I think I take Medical Kit and Meat on the Bone. Between Meat on the Bone and Bloody Idol, it should be pretty much impossible to get us below a half HP for a significant period of time. I forgot! I'm supposed to be hitting up as many campfires as possible. God, I'm an idiot. Here I thought I had this shit on lock. Okay. There's my Flechettes. 1 down. Let's get a Phantasmal Killer active. The one in front usually does more damage, but the one in front I'm going to be leaving alive for less time. Never mind. Should still focus on preventing the larger outcoming of damage. We're going to survive this fight. I'm determined to. Should take the double dodge and roll. Unfortunate to have basically no damage in that hand, but it's also worth noting that's typical. Why would I have more than that? Okay. This deck is supposed to be ultra defensive. So why am I suddenly humming when it actually does this ultra defensiveness? Because we don't have anything to pair with it? For offense's sake? Yeah, that's why. Ugh. Good wounds. If only that actually healed me as well, that would be ridiculous. Ouch. This is a lot of damage I didn't want. Okay. Well, at least now we should be pretty much perma-defended. Yeah, put wounds in my deck. It's fine. I'm taking them out immediately. And you shortly thereafter. But yeah, I need some ongoing way to deal damage to my enemies while I do this entire build. And without caltrops, noxious fumes, bronze scales, any of the other things that I mentioned prior, we're kind of just treading water and dealing a very extremely small amount of damage. Which means that as soon as we go into a fight that gets more difficult over time, I'm looking at you, Nightmare Book, we'll lose that fight. Got 3 cards for 2 energy. Would be great if I had a lot more draw in my deck, which I don't. Backflip. I would immediately take backflip. It's dig. It has to be dig, unfortunately. Oh, letter opener is amazing for us. Geoluca Goblin. Oh, wow, that actually has the event art now. Yeah, thanks for the curse. Hopefully whatever it is something I can discard. Yeah, it's okay. Vajra, sure. Not that good, but sure. Expertise. Gain 12 block can be upgraded any number of times. Not actually good, because I'm never going to be able to take an option to upgrade it, so it's just a very expensive block. 2 poison and 3 poison and 3 weak. Upgrades to 5 poison and 5 weak. Still not that good. Don't really want either of those. Okay, that's a lot of incoming damage right there. I mean, I don't really have much choice. I'm also incentivized by getting Mummified Hand. I'm incentivized to get Dexterity as well. That's footwork. But I haven't got it offered. Like, I can only take the cards that are offered, my friends. One, two, three. As much as I want to Flechette the back line, you know what? No. I'm gonna have 3 Flechettes in my next hand. I'm gonna take a lot of damage here, but I was never really gonna prevent any of that damage from the Chosen, but... Alright. Beautiful. All y'all dead. Piercing Whale is fine. Gotta rest at this camp as well. Not rest, sorry, dig. Okay, now do I use Gerger at 3 camps, or do I dig? It's gonna be a rough decision. Cloak and Dagger. Is that amazing? I think that's amazing. So, it's gonna enable me to get some extra block, which is always nice. But on top of that, it's actually going to benefit disproportionately from the extra strength that I've got as a result of Vajra and Gerya going onwards. Yeah. That's just a really good card for me. I'm also actually going to take this Dex Potion because I'm worried about how I'm going to perform against the boss. Wish I had the money for you. Even if I didn't buy the potion, I wouldn't have, so... This is a fight that they do far better as the fight goes long, and we cannot take the fight long. Alright. This fight's only gonna get real bad. It's like 8 damage per each of them right now. I have to play those 3 defenses. Still not going to be enough to keep me around. Okay. Sure, sure. I should be able to take out this one, the cultist, next round. I need 22 defense. I can't take out the cultist. I can't get 22 defense. Alright. Didn't want to use this one yet. Now it's going to deal 5 across, and then this cultist is vulnerable to dying to another 5 across, so all I need is 3 skills. Quite likely to pick up in my next hand. Gotta protect myself against 22 this turn. I can do that, actually. In fact, it doesn't matter what order I do any of these in right now. The one at the back is the one that's weakened, so I want to kill the one in front first. Protected against 22, and I've got 6 ongoing. This could easily be our final fight. We can't take sustained fights that they're getting more powerful at. Flechettes could easily save me here. It's a single kill for 30... Yeah, that's a kill on the back line. Then I protect myself against 17. Yeah, I've actually got 17 defense in my hand as well. Sure. Or I just kill. Whew. Okay. I think we might actually take a rest. Cloak and Dagger, definitely. Oh, this sucks. This sucks so much. Alright, hang on. Who's the boss? Collector. That sucks. That's really bad. Oh, shit. We have no AoE in our deck. Obviously, save for letter opener. I'm gonna rest. And we'll see how this goes. No defense needed in the opening hands. Use it nonetheless, I guess. Alright. I kind of want a Nightmare Deflect into my deck. I'm going to need so much defensiveness over the course of this fight. This is where I wanted to use my Dex Potion, as you imagine, but I couldn't. Nightmare unupgraded can oftentimes just be too heavy to really play. It costs 3 versus the 2 when it's upgraded, and you get an extra copy of the card when it's upgraded as well. So this is incoming 44 damage. I can block like 15. Ouch. Pretty much have to do the only thing I can do right now. So good news. Resting was the correct choice. With an Adrenaline or a Burst, this deck would be going so much better. I actually cannot overstate that. I want to take each of them to 5. So that next turn the AoE will kill them. I'm going to accept 8 damage this turn. But it's going to make it really a lot easier to remove them. Fine, they all get buffed, but they're all going down. Alright. So the Shiv happens here, Flechettes happens on the back line, and then everything else just plays as normal. Beautiful. Okay. Not gonna be summoning this turn, but you are gonna frail me. Oh. So, block gain is gonna be a lot more difficult for us. Nightmare again being a liability in hand. I think I need to keep Piercing Wail for a turn where it's actually active. God damn it. No, they only spawn one at a time. Okay, I probably could have used Piercing Wail there then. Okay. I need more defense than anything else right now. Alright. Can't really use Flechettes right now. Sorry about that. I need every defensive card that was ever created. And I still won't have the ability to take out the enemy I was gunning for. I think we're dead. Obviously not in that hit, but I think this is about it for this deck. All right. Nothing stuck to us. We're starting to have the debuffs wear off. That's really important. 28 incoming damage versus very much not 28 block. All right. Down to 2 HP. Here we go. Clutchest victory of all time? If it is, I'm going to have to put more Cloak and Daggers in my deck. And then I'm not playing one this turn. I'm playing them all next turn with double damage. Okay. I need more Cloaks and Dagger because it's the only way that I get to output damage while protecting myself as well. Flechettes is ridiculous right now. So these Cloaks and Dagger will each give me the ability to deal 10 damage, so I'll be able to take out that enemy, which means that Flechettes on the back line. These 3 Cloaks and Dagger are only going to protect me against incoming of... It's, sorry, my brain is just slow right now. 18 plus defend. I've actually got this. Rather, I've got this turn. I'm living this turn. Okay. We need to survive this turn and then start drawing all of those naturally, the Cloaks and Daggers we just put in. Okay, give me the defense for the next turn. Unfortunately, we haven't got a Phantasmal Image set up for the next turn, which is going to make removal much more difficult. I'm literally alive by just 1 block right now, pretty much. Come on. Flechettes on the right card draw is the end here. Okay, that's all the damage allocated in the right place. Flechettes is in there with literally nothing but skills. I have double damage going into the next turn. If I draw Flechettes, I win. I did not draw Flechettes. Piercing Wail is 16 damage blocked right now, so that's really powerful. I have 10 damage that I can exhaust at a specific target. All right. I have to ignore the Torch Head this turn. I do have to set up a Phantasmal. Can I set up a Phantasmal? If I set up Phantasmal, am I dead? No, I can keep 1 HP if I use defend. I'm gonna have 1 HP. I've got 2 cloaks and daggers, and I've got a flechettes in my deck. I will definitely draw a card that will kill the enemy. Holy shit. Oh, obviously Shiv, but still. There's my flechette. So that was bollocks. Adrenaline! Okay. I'm going to take Eternal Feather so that I don't have to rest at all of these campfires, so that I can actually start digging and I can actually start lifting. It's 20 weights teen. Time to get jacked. We've got this. As much as we didn't have this before, and then we had it, and then we didn't have it, and now we have it. We do still need something that gives us more dex, though. Even like an oddly smooth stone would be so powerful for this build. Footwork, obviously, is the gold standard here, but we gonna get it? Didn't think so, exactly. I'm gonna use my AoE primarily to destroy the frontline enemy with the thorns. Okay, now this repulsor can't deal any damage to me. I just need to draw 3 skills in the same hand, and then that repulsor is gone. That's 3 skills. I'm about to take 6 damage that I didn't really think about. There it is. Forgot I was going to be killing the backline explosive. Double days. You've got 9 on the backswing. So if I hit you, you deal 9. Actually, I'm defended. Beautiful. And we are covered. That, and then I prepare to discard another card, and we win. Whew! I think I have to take acrobatics. Yep. I need some more card draw in this deck so that I can dig for the cards that I desperately need when I need them. By which I mean flechettes when I need flechettes. Easy. Now my AoE will actually kill the one in the backline next round. Unfortunately, this does mean I'm going to pick up a burn. All right. Adrenaline. Is there anything I can desperately draw that I want to? Piercing Whale would actually be an amazing draw right now. We didn't get it. Okay, the first thing we throw back is attack, because I actually need more defense than anything else right now. No, if I'd kept the attack, I would have had the ability to remove this. Never mind, I do have the ability to remove this fire orb. Sorry, I forgot about the extra defensiveness I can pull out of suddenly nowhere. I will use this defend rather than a phantasmal. Beautiful. Alright, Alright, I've got another Phantasmal in the deck. There it is. We can activate that, and then we can start trying to chain off. I will actually use Piercing Wail here, because at no point is my enemy going to have 2 more Fire Orbs back up. So it's probably not really going to be worth it by the time that I actually get to use it. That's pretty good. Those 2. This should be my fine. No! Oh gosh, I don't actually have enough letter opener. Wowzers. Here I thought I had that. Alright. We take 1 more damage. As long as we don't suddenly start drawing a lot of burn, we should be okay though. Actually gonna discard a Shiv here, right? Shiv 5, Shiv 5. Yeah, there's no way I actually end up removing this one. Not this turn. Discard the Phantasmal Killer. Set up to kill that Fire Orb in the next round. This is what, 14? It's 9. We'll be fine. Literally exactly. Flechettes is no longer in there. That said, I'm acrobating regardless. Double strike Shiv. And then deflect the extra damage. This is actually working a lot faster than it was before. Why is it working a lot faster than it was before? What is the difference? Adrenaline, I've only used once or twice. It can't be making all of that difference. Backflip. Backflip is an amazing card. I think now my card draw is done. Yeah, I want rests. Yeah. This gives me 3 rests, so I have the ability to upgrade 3 really important cards. So that is 1 really important card. Adrenaline, and possibly 2 others. Okay, thank you for not giving me pain. Damn it. I knew where the other Cloak and Dagger was, but I've already got 2. God, Apotheosis would rock this deck. Sure, Piercing Wail actually prevents a reasonable amount of damage this turn. And as a result, Survivor wants to destroy something. Because I don't need the extra defense, whereas I can get extra damage out. Ice Cream would be an amazing relic in this build. Dodge roll, melee? No. Like, as much as I really desperately want to malaise the target in front, the Spiker, that accepts a lot of damage this turn. Can I accept that damage this turn? I kind of have to. I'm just setting up to kill the repulsors quite quickly. See, the thing is, the enemies I'm going to leave on the field for the longest are going to be the 2 Spikers. Because I'm not going to be attacking them directly if I have any say in it. Okay. I'm going to leave the Repulsor to die to AoE. It'll sort itself out. Okay. That's not going to die to AoE. How freaking dare you? I needed one more skill in either of those last two hands. Oh, look, everything else left in my deck is skills. I need one more skill in either of those last two hands, and those two central targets would be deceased. That's a lot of damage for me to take on that mistake. Ouch. Those dazes have been really effective at screwing me over. Okay. Should probably just nightmare that deflects. I mean, I'm going to take 1 damage, but I get 5 extra damage in myself. I desperately don't want this fight to go ridiculously long. This whole run has already gone ridiculously long. Okay. Let's get a Phantasmal Killer in here. I can't get 3 more actions. I can get a couple more attacks. Safely as well. For the most part. Put them both on 11. So next turn I would need to play 9 skills. That's not going to happen. Or I can commit to just killing one of them. If I actually had the prepared in that hand as well, I could have taken down the second spiker also. If I'd ordered it correctly, where I didn't, but... If... Beautiful. Whew. Tingshar's done a lot of work over the course... Thank you for the Dex Potion, that's actually huge. None of those go in my deck, but Tingshar's done a lot of work over the course of this run. Is it triple lift or is it triple dig in the upcoming 3 camps? 1, 2, 3. Is it triple lift or triple dig? Flechettes, it's triple lift. Purple Fire Spirits, beautiful. I'm going to give you something horrible. Take the decay out of my deck. You're going to give me poop. That's fine. Yeah, this is going to be a rough one. Almost completely defended for the opening. But thanks to the burns that are going to get put in our deck, it's going to be an atypical turn for us. 30 incoming damage versus Nightmare Adrenaline. As much as I might regret using Nightmare Adrenaline this turn, next turn, I am going to be so glad that I did that. And also, I'm not even going to be that sad about it this turn. If I could have gotten a Phantasmal active that turn, I should have done it. In fact, I could have. I saw the path to it. I just ignored it. It's out of my deck. It's Adrenaline. Out of my deck. It's Adrenaline. That and Adrenaline. Some dodge rolls up because they're super effective. It turns out I wouldn't have actually even done that much damage this turn with the Phantasmal, so lucky me, I guess. Never mind. That's some damage. There. 2 more blocks. And beautiful. It's also worth noting that ridiculous turn only really kept me on pace with the enemies I'm fighting right now. Beautiful. 4 ongoing damage for the next turn. I have no Phantasmal active either, so we'll see if I even have... Oh, no, this is going to be fine. Right, is it? Backflip's more likely to give me 2 blocks than anything. 2 skills than anything else. Thankfully, it does. So now Flechettes is actually... It's 32 plus the Shiv. Easy. There's like obvious cards I desperately want. Oh, Unceasing Top. Wow. This could be a completely different build. There's super obvious cards that I definitely want, and none of them are coming up for me. It's actually kind of really disheartening. Alright, it's lift. Thank you. Please, just footwork, and it's on sale. No, it's not there. A block potion, I guess. I don't actually want to go for another boss. I'm going to cut over to the left. Duplicated gun in my deck. That has to be Adrenaline. Even though Adrenaline isn't upgraded, that's still worth it. Freaky! I mean, I couldn't have afforded it. I couldn't have afforded it anyway. I did not have the money to buy Footworks. As sad as I am that I can't take it, that was not dictated by the fact that I picked up a block potion. It's a really low damage Flechettes right there. These two are just going to get more powerful over time, but I can kind of beat them over time as well. Whereas this Spheric Guardian is going to get really annoying over time as well. You're the one that's more likely to attack, right? No, you're less likely to attack. You're more likely to attack. No, you get the melees. Cool. Unceasing Top is going to be pretty good when we have some ridiculous turns with the Adrenaline. I should acrobatics here before I do anything else. Yeah, that's why. Nightmare Adrenaline. Adrenaline, I'm only going to have 1 energy to play after this, unfortunately, but that was a good idea. Piercing Wail is going to protect me against more damage than anything else, or it could... Yeah. And... pop that on top of it. Perfect. I wouldn't be surprised if next turn killed everything. Unfortunately, we do not have double damage active this turn. We should be okay regardless, I've got a feeling. Let's try that again. Let's try that again. Let's try that one again. Okay, there we go. Now, let's get a Phantasmal Killer up. Let's get another Phantasmal Killer up. 2 strikes will kill that back line, so that's going to save us all of the damage that we possibly could have taken this turn. If I survive to remove the discard from my hand... Beautiful. I'm sure there was a way to play that slightly more efficiently where I would have killed the Spiker. Okay. Backflip through my deck. Just need to get all of my defenses up. And then kill. Alright. We are going to be set for this final boss. Escape Plan, there's no reason not to take that. It has no negative effect on our deck. And then we lift for the final time. So now we use the Flechettes, it's dealing 10 damage per thing. Time Eater is going to suck for us, sure, but things could be worse. I could be fighting the Time Eater. What do you mean I am? Alright. Do I have the ability to cast 9 more cards this turn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then one more card from Adrenaline, sure. As much as I don't want to power up the opponent, it's dodge roll. And then double strike. I'm not even going to be able to double strike. I didn't have the energy for it. I am going to have a turn next turn that's literally just one attack. One card, rather. Here's hoping I draw Nightmare and Adrenaline, and my one play is Nightmaring that Adrenaline. Nightmare Flechettes? You know what? I have to do it. It's the only way I'm going to get a significant output of damage in my deck right now. As much as I wanted to do that on an Adrenaline, this is probably the right play. Adrenaline will always draw 2 skills here. Escape Plan always draws a skill. I mean, it doesn't matter at this point. I just have 50, 50, 50, 150. Reasonable amount of damage. Yeah, seems pretty good. I should probably now just malaise and leave it. It's as much damage prevention as I can get right now. I'm going to give myself the 33% chance to... Nope, nope, nope. I won't even be able to cast Phantasm. Okay, and that does shuffle a Shiv back into my deck. I'm not too pleased about that, to be honest. Gotta make it more of a habit to check what boss I'm up against later. Before I actually have to meet them. I hate this. See the problem? Exactly 1. If only I'd played that freaking Shiv. Oh, cool. It's actually a shitty turn anyway. Alright, opponent's going to buff itself back to half HP. Beautiful. Also, clears the negatives it had, but it only had 2 tiny negatives on it anyway. Alright, let's drop the Neutralize. Flechettes is going to do a lot of damage right now. I could pick up 2 attacks here, but it's unlikely. Good. My last 2 cards definitely have to be Phantasmal and then Flechettes. I also want to use actually Prepared and Escape Plan because I want to dig further through this deck. Because my next hand is going to suck anyway. You know what? My next hand's going to suck anyway. I've got to make sure that I hit 12 in that hand. Because all of the rest of the Flechettes are still in my discard pile right now. Okay. Unfortunately, I wasted my double damage turn on something horrible there. 2 20 damage Flechettes. This isn't going to be enough. I'm going to lose. 17 damage that I can possibly do this turn. 17 defense I can do this turn. Yeah, I'm dead. Well done, Time Eater. Well done. So mad about that. There were so many turns there where I drew nothing but skills and no Flechettes, or all of my attacks. I definitely could have played that better. The ways that I could have played that better, I could have made sure that I used, or made sure that I knew what my next hand was likely to be, so that I could estimate how many cards I was going to be able to play in that, so that I could make sure that I played. Like, for example, in the first round, the end of my first shuffle through of my deck, I didn't use a shiv, and I shuffled it knowingly back into my deck because I was like, I'm going to need the extra action next turn. Yet, the turn after, I wasted my turn, couldn't do anything, and also only got to 11 actions. So if I'd used that shiv the turn before, I would have been able to buy myself a whole extra turn, and I wouldn't have had to shuffle a shiv back into my deck that was padding my deck out in a way that prevented me from getting my flechettes when I had skills. I definitely could have played that last fight in a way that would have won the game. So I would call that a throw. For the moment, though, it's also worth noting, would have been nice if we got a couple more flechettes and maybe, you know, some dexterity in that build. I don't know, I'm not salty about it. Anyhow, my name has been Rhapsody, the name of the game has been Slay the Spire. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we will see you next time.